Ok, so đây bọn tôi ở khní là dân mà mơ pre-record videoនៅក្នុង session ទី 8 ដែលយើងនឹងនិយាយអំពី critical thinking ការគិតឲ្យស៊ីជម្រៅអញ្ចឹងមុននឹងចូលទៅដល់ថាតើអ្វីទៅគឺជា critical thinking ទី 1 អ្នកនរគ្នាត្រូវមើលទៅលើ learning objective របស់យើងសិនអញ្ចឹងចប់ session 1 ហ្នឹងអ្នកនរគ្នាត្រូវចេះអីគេខ្លះទី1 identify the main principle of critical thinking សួរថាតើគោលការណ៍របស់ critical thinking មានអីគេខ្លះ main principle មួយចំនួនណាគោលការណ៍សំខាន់ទី2ឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នាត្រូវចេះមើលទៅលើគោលការណ៍សំខាន់នៃ critical thinking នឹងហើយមើលពី critical thinking view អញ្ចឹងថាតើការគិតរបស់អ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រមួយចំនួនដែលគាត់មើលទៅលើពាក្យថា critical thinking ហ្នឹងតើគាត់មានមតិឬមួយក៏ពាក្យដែលគាត់បានសិក្សាហ្នឹងបែបម៉េចគាត់ឲ្យនិយមន័យទៅលើ critical thinking ហ្នឹងថាជាពាក្យបែបម៉េចហើយទី3ឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នាពិពណ៌នាពីឧបសគ្គនៃ critical thinking សួរថាតើអ្វីទៅវាជាឧបសគ្គនៃការគិតរបស់យើងអញ្ចឹងនេះគឺជាវីដេអូមួយដែលបង្ហាញអ្នកនរគ្នាឲ្យកាន់តែច្បាស់ថាតើអ្វីទៅគឺជា critical thinking អញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាអាចមើលវីដេអូនេះបាន
Critical thinking is a term that gets thrown around a lot. You've probably heard it used often throughout the years, whether it was in school, at work, or in everyday conversation. But when you stop to think about it, just what exactly is critical thinking? And how do you do it? Simply put, it's the act of deliberately analyzing information so that you can make better judgments and decisions. It involves using things like logic, reasoning, and creativity to draw conclusions and generally understand things better. This may sound like a pretty broad definition, and that's because critical thinking is a broad skill that can be applied to so many different situations. You can use it to prepare for a job interview, manage your time better, make decisions about purchasing things, and so much more. Now, as humans, we are constantly thinking. It's something we can't turn off. But not all of it is critical thinking. No one thinks critically 100% of the time. That would be pretty exhausting. Instead, it's an intentional process, something that we consciously use when we're presented with difficult problems or important decisions. In order to become a better critical thinker, it's important to ask questions when you're presented with a problem or a decision before jumping to any conclusions. You can start with simple ones like, what do I currently know? And how do I know this? These can help to give you a better idea of what you're working with, and in some cases, simplify more complex issues. Let's take a look at how we can use critical thinking to evaluate online information. Say a friend of yours posts a news article on social media and you're drawn to its headline. If you were to use your everyday automatic thinking, you might accept it as fact and move on. But if you were thinking critically, you would first analyze the available information and ask some questions. What's the source of this article? Is the headline potentially misleading? What are my friends' general beliefs, and do they inform why they might have shared this? After analyzing all of this information, you can draw a conclusion about whether you think the article is trustworthy. Critical thinking has a wide range of applications in the real world. It can help you to make better decisions, become more hireable, and generally help you to better understand the world around you.
បន្ទាប់ពីមើលវីដេអូចប់ហើយចឹងចំណុចមួយទៀតដែលយើងនឹងត្រូវរៀនគឺយើងនឹងសិក្សាទៅលើ independent learning ការរៀនដោយឯករាជ្យចឹងសួរថាតើអ្វីទៅគឺជា independent learning independent learning គឺអាចជួយឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នា improve academic performance បានក៏ដូចជាបង្កើន motivation ហើយនិង confidence នៅក្នុងការរៀនទាំងអស់មិនសំដៅទៅលើការរៀនមួយណាទេមុខវិជ្ជាណាក៏ដោយនៅពេលដែលយើងខ្លាចទៅជា independent learner គឺយើងឯករាជ្យនៅក្នុងការរៀនបានទោះបីជា group discussion ឬមួយក៏ការងារនឹងធ្វើជា individual ក៏យើងអាចធ្វើបានដែរអញ្ចឹងយើងគឺជា independent learner ហើយទី3 increase chances to be creative and intellectual creative ជួយអ្នកនរគ្នាមានឱកាសធ្វើម៉េចខ្លាចទៅជាមនុស្ស creative ហើយនឹងប៉ិនប្រសប់អ្វីដែលយើងបង្កើតមកគឺមើលទៅវាល្អវាមានភាពវៃឆ្លាតនៅក្នុងនឹងហើយបន្ថែមលើទៅនោះទៅទៀតគឺឲ្យអ្នកនរគ្នាបង្កើនឱកាស នៅក្នុងការ submit ក៏ដូចជាធ្វើកិច្ចការអ្វីមួយនៅក្នុងការងារសិក្សារបស់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលដាក់ដោយលោកគ្រូអ្នកគ្រូនឹងអញ្ចឹងទាំងអស់ហ្នឹង independent learner គឺត្រូវតែមានគឺល្អមែនតើសម្រាប់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នានៅពេលដែលយើងរៀននៅក្នុងថ្នាក់សាកលវិទ្យាល័យអានេះគឺជាអត្ថប្រយោជន៍នៃ independent learning អញ្ចឹងបន្ទាប់ពីយើងបានមើលពីចំណុចមួយចំនួនដែលសិក្សាទៅលើ critical thinking ហើយ critical thinking គឺជាអ្វីហើយឥឡូវយើងមើល critical thinking view ពីអ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រមួយចំនួនវិញ
This is a 2-minute tutorial about critical thinking point of view. Point of view is how we see things, how we look at ideas, at each other, at the world. When we're thinking about thinking with the elements of thought, it's generally best to start from point of view. With point of view, we look at frames of reference, perspectives, and orientations. First, frames of reference. A frame forces us to look at a part of the world and our understanding of the world. It tends to limit what we know and understand. We see the same things, but we see them differently. Second, we look at perspectives. What is our slant on things? What is the other person's slant on things? How do they look at life from their particular perspective? Third, orientations. Where have you been? Where are you coming from? Where are you headed? How does your orientation affect your point of view? It is important to remember that point of view is generally consistent and does not change easily. It is a reflection of who people are inside, what they use to make their assumptions and their decisions. After you've noted point of view, which element of thought should you look at next? Well, any one that you feel you can fill in. It's your choice. Go for what you have at hand, and then your search for what you don't know begins. Point of view is a person's most basic beliefs, values, and biases. It is who you are and how you look at the universe.
ហ្នឹងហើយអរគុណច្រើន pre-record វីដេអូគឺមានតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេអញ្ចឹងអ្នកនរគ្នាត្រូវមើល pre-record វីដេអូហ្នឹងមុននឹងចូលថ្នាក់